Hey friend, welcome to my channel. If you are new here and if you are returning, welcome back. On my channel, I share my alternate day fasting on the GLP-1 weight loss journey, healing and self-development. So if you are interested in that content, then subscribe to my channel and join the journey family. Okay, y'all, it's time I came clean. It's time I came clean. I suffer with perfectionism. Alexa, what is the definition of perfectionism?
Perfectionism is a psychological trait that encourages people to have unrealistically high standards for themselves and others. It is often associated with traits like self-criticism, negative self-beliefs, and an intense fear of failure.
Does that sound familiar to any of y'all? Whew. I almost got emotional listening to that definition because that is me. And y'all don't know how on the other side of this camera, how much perfectionism has stolen time from me, has made me redo videos, has made me be so critical of myself, has made me stumble over my words because I can't even think straight because I'm trying to be something I'm not. I'm trying to be perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. I don't know if any of you all suffer with I don't know if any of you all suffer from perfectionism, but I always have. And I used to think that the definition of perfectionism or a perfectionist was someone who was perfect, the perfect person. That was my younger, less wise, because y'all can see the wisdom flowing up and through these grays. Y'all can see the wisdom flowing up and through these grays. When I was less wise, I thought that a perfectionist was a perfect person and that a perfectionist was a good thing to be, but it ain't. So I come here making videos to share my weight loss journey. And as I'm doing that, I'm trying to be prim and proper and say all the right things and act all the right way as I'm presenting myself with the information to you guys on this video. And I decided that I need to show up as Demetra, not the perfectionist Demetra, because that is getting in my way of what God wants for me to do on my channel. He wants me to be my best self. He wants me to be myself, not a version of myself that I've created in my head that I try to present to people that isn't real. The information I'm presenting to you guys is absolutely real. I am very transparent and share all the embarrassing things that some people would not dare tell people. But I also try to make sure that every hair is in place and my face is just right and I'm not sounding or looking crazy. Instead of just being myself. Perfectionism, and just like Alexa said, with lacking self-worth, it goes together. So today, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I'm currently working through. And if you suffer from this lacking confidence on your weight loss journey, then I suggest you get on this portion of the journey as well, because it's not just external. We have to work. The main thing, the most important thing is that we work on our inner being. And the person that says negative things to us about us. I want to show up as a confident woman in the way I look. I want to show up as a confident woman in the way I feel, in the way I think. And it goes back and ties into your self-worth. I have never really been built up or had a huge confidence. But what I did have was huge insecurities. That started from a little girl, goes all the way back to childhood. And it may for a lot of you all as well. I'm going to tell y'all what my therapist told me. Your worth is not in your weight. Now, I go back to my childhood and I think about the abandonment issues that I had from my father not being present for me in my life, not wanting a relationship with me, denying that I was even his daughter at first. All of those things making me feel like that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't worthy, right? And so that started at a very young age. And then I meet Prince Charming, who turned out not to be so charming. I was abused in that relationship, and I was cheated on in that relationship, and I was talked down to about my weight in that relationship. So that further pushed down my confidence. So from that relationship, it was ingrained in me that my value was in my weight and in my appearance. And so that's how I moved through life, is putting value. I'm sorry. Is putting value in the number on the scale, and in what I saw, the reflection in the mirror. And I let other people tell me who I was. I let other people tell me who I was. I'm so sorry, y'all. I was not planning on doing this today. I let other people tell me who I was and didn't know that it's up to me I get to decide who I am. And so I'm going on this journey now to build up my confidence, because I don't want to wait until I'm at my goal weight on my weight loss journey just to pick myself apart, even when I get to that weight, because I'll find a flaw if I don't work on what's inside. How do I know that? Because I've done it before. Because the number on the scale, the smallest I've been my adult life, was 204 pounds. And that is when I married my true Prince Charming, my knight in shining armor, my current husband. And even then, I had loose skin. I hadn't had my plastic surgery yet. So, I didn't like the flabby skin. And so I was very critical of that. I was happy with the way I looked in my clothes, but I was very unhappy with how I looked outside of my clothes. And so that made me very insecure, during intimate times with my husband. And so then I have plastic surgery, right? And I've inserted pictures in other videos, but I also inserted in this one for context so that you can see what I saw or what I'm talking about for that time period in my life. So I had plastic surgery, and I loved the results that I got from the plastic surgery, right? But then I gained weight back. And I've gained about 60-ish pounds since I had plastic surgery. Although back then I swore I would never let myself get back here. And here I am. You know why? Because I didn't know my worth. Because I put the worth on the scale. Because I found comfort in food. And I did that because I didn't get to the inner, the emotional, the mental. I didn't work on my confidence. I didn't work through all the trauma I had been through. And there are so many pieces of the puzzle. Working on my trauma and healing from the trauma. But at the same time, Building my confidence is it's a separate beast that I have to tackle. I got over here. First of all, I'm trying to lose weight. We know that. But I'm also trying to heal from trauma, grief, lost two of my children. My first husband was abusive, and I had an absentee father, and so many other things that I've been through in life that I've never dealt with, suppressed it. So it compounded and built on top of each other until it was here in my throat. And I realized if I don't heal from this, it's going to destroy me. So I'm starting to work on the healing from these things. But here, as I've started my weight loss journey and therapy, then I discovered that I really need to build up my confidence. So here's another moment of transparency for me. For as long as I knew how I was conceived, I labeled myself the product of an affair. I felt like I wasn't supposed to be here. I felt like I was a mistake. And that label that I put on myself is something that I have not really shared with a lot of people. Only the people that have been closest to me know that about me. That's what I would tell myself. And I just recently told my therapist that, which is how we kind of traveled down the road and started this conversation. And that I realized that I really have to work on my confidence. You know, I saw something on Facebook, I think the other day, and it said, heal so that when someone tries to love you, you let them. And that was so powerful to me because that has certainly been a struggle for me in my marriage, my current marriage. We've been together for 17 years, and I still struggle with my husband complimenting me. I still have show up in my trauma in my marriage at times, and that is the unhealed side of me. That is the part that lacks confidence, that feels like when her husband compliments her, that it's not the truth because I don't feel it in myself, so it can't be true. I don't feel beautiful, so why is he calling me beautiful? And so it feels very uncomfortable to me to receive that compliment. So the purpose of me talking to you all today is as we talk about GLP-1, as we talk about alternate day fasting and getting through fast days, and what are we having on feast days, and what dosage of medication we're on, and all these other things that goes into our weight loss journey, that we do not overlook the most important part, which is the inner side of ourselves. I challenge you to journal your feelings one day this week. How do you feel about yourself? How do you view yourself? Maybe I'm the only one that's lacking confidence here. Tell me. Chime in the chat. Tell me if that's something that you struggle with as well, so that we can get through this together and build ourselves back up. I do believe that it's very common amongst women to, have issues with confidence. But once again, that's my worldview. I could be wrong. So I'm going to share with you a few things that I'm doing this week to work on myself, and I'm going to encourage you all to do the same. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure that I'm getting up and getting dressed and presenting myself as my best self. I'm not going to wait till I lose weight. Now, I work from home. So when I first started working from home, we were on camera, right? So we would, in training, we had to be on camera, not just have our cameras off so people could see me. So I was getting up, getting dressed, putting on makeup, fixing my hair, just making sure that I presented myself the best of my ability, right? Even with my weight. No soon as the cameras was off, no soon as we went into nesting and didn't have to be on camera anymore, that fell off. And has eventually ended up that I'm sitting up here in my PJs or my nightgown. Yeah, I wear a nightgown. I don't wear no pajamas. People used to call me an old lady and make fun of me because I wore a nightgown instead of like PJs. But that's what's comfortable to me. Tell me in the comments, do y'all wear nightgowns or PJs? So anyway, I decided just here recently that I am going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to, because who am I doing it for if not me? Do it for me. I saw this other video where there was a girl and she was a plus size queen, and she was saying how she gets dressed up. And I wish I could find this video. I've been searching for it for a while because it made me feel so good because it was so true. But she was saying that people would ask her, why are you getting dressed up to go to the grocery store? And as she's making the video, you know, she's putting on her little lipstick and getting her little makeup on. And she said, they're like, why are you getting dressed up to go to the grocery store? Who's going to be there? And she was like, I'm going to be there. That's who's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Who you doing it for? I'm doing it for me. That's who I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for me. So you know what? Even though I'm not on camera, even though I work from home, even though, yes, I can come up here in my nightgown, I'm not doing that anymore. I will be getting dressed. I will be putting my best face on, because when you look good, you feel good. And do not wait until the number on the scale is pleasing to you to present yourself as your best self for and to you. Number 2, speak against any lies that you're telling yourself. Tell myself I'm the product of an affair. God didn't make no mistake with me. I am here by design. You're here by design. You're watching this video today by design. Because if you clicked on this video about confidence during your weight loss journey, think about that. Why? What made you click on this video? Journal. If you don't journal nothing else, journal that. What made you click on this video? Are you lacking confidence? We're going to work on that. And lastly, one of the things that I'm going to work on this week is I'm going to focus on affirmations and building affirmations and saying affirmations to myself that will help build my confidence. So it could, because you speak those things as if they were. And that's what affirmations are. You affirm yourself so that you can build yourself up. Don't let anybody steal your best self from you. Don't let anybody steal your confidence from you. And if you're with somebody who is making you feel less than your worth and making you feel that you're not valuable, that's where those boundaries come in. You might know what boundaries are. I don't know. I was in my 40s before I learned what they were. If you don't, Google it. Google it. Better yet, Alexa, what is a boundary?
A boundary is something that indicates limits or bounds, like a line that marks the perimeter of an area.
Set a boundary and don't let nobody cross it. All right? Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your time. And if you liked this video, then subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share this video. And until next time, bye, friend. Mwah.